Ah, alone at last.
Have you ever wondered just how big the age gaps are between some of Disney's most famous couples? On the surface, these romances seem like the perfect fairy tales, filled with magic, adventure, unforgettable songs, and of course, happily ever afters. For generations, millions of fans have watched these iconic love stories without giving much thought to the characters' ages. But once Disney fans began digging into official information, interviews with filmmakers, and production notes, they discovered that some of these couples are much closer in age than expected, while others have age differences that continue to surprise audiences even today. It's important to remember that many Disney movies are inspired by fairy tales written hundreds of years ago. Those original stories were created in a very different time, when social customs, traditions, and expectations were nothing like they are today. Because of that, some of the relationships that once seemed perfectly ordinary now feel a little unusual when viewed through a modern lens. Still, it's fascinating to look back at these classic couples and compare their ages, especially since many fans have never stopped to think about them before. Some of these age gaps are surprisingly small and make perfect sense, while others have sparked years of discussion across Disney fan communities. So, let's take a closer look at some of Disney's most beloved romances and see just how far apart these famous couples really are. We'll begin with one of Disney's most popular modern couples, Rapunzel and Flynn Rider from Tangled ***. Their relationship is full of humor, adventure, and heartfelt moments, making them fan favorites almost immediately after the film's release. But when fans learned their official ages, many were caught off guard. According to information shared by the filmmakers, Rapunzel is 18 years old during the events of **Tangled**, while Flynn Rider is 26. That creates an 8-year age difference between them. While an 8-year gap isn't necessarily unusual for adults, many viewers believe Rapunzel's unique upbringing makes the difference feel even more significant. After all, she spent nearly her entire life isolated inside a hidden tower, with Mother Gothel as her only companion. She had never celebrated a birthday with friends, explored a town, or experienced everyday life outside her window. When Rapunzel finally leaves the tower, she's seeing the world for the very first time. Everything fascinates her, from the glowing lanterns to the people she meets along the way. Flynn Rider, on the other hand, has already lived a very different life. He's traveled across the kingdom, survived as a thief, and learned how to take care of himself. Because of those experiences, many fans feel the emotional gap between the two characters seems even larger than their 8-year age difference suggests. Despite that, their relationship develops gradually throughout the film. Flynn doesn't simply rescue Rapunzel. In many ways, they help each other grow. Rapunzel encourages Flynn to become a better person and embrace the name Eugene Fitzherbert, while Flynn gives Rapunzel the confidence to chase the dream she has held onto for 18 years. By the end of the story, both characters have changed dramatically, which is one reason Tangled remains one of Disney's most beloved modern fairy tales. Still, their ages continue to surprise fans who assumed the pair were much closer in age. It's one of those Disney facts that many people don't notice until someone points it out, and once they do, they never look at the movie quite the same way again. Of course, Rapunzel and Flynn aren't the only Disney couple whose ages have sparked discussion. As we'll see next, some Disney romances feature much smaller age gaps, while others become even more surprising. In fact, one of Disney's most beloved couples is separated by just a few years, proving that not every fairy tale comes with an unexpected twist. Next, we have Anna and Kristoff from Frozen ***. Out of all the Disney couples we've seen over the years, their relationship is often considered one of the healthiest and most believable. Anna is 18 years old at the beginning of the first Frozen * film, while Kristoff is 21, giving them a 3-year age difference. Compared to many classic Disney romances, that's a fairly small gap, and it helps make their relationship feel much more natural. What also sets Anna and Kristoff apart is the way their romance develops. Unlike many earlier Disney movies, they don't fall in love after just one meeting. Instead, they spend time traveling together across snow-covered mountains, escaping wolves, meeting magical trolls, and trying to save Arendelle. Throughout that journey, they slowly get to know one another. Kristoff admires Anna's determination, while Anna learns that Kristoff is far kinder than his rough exterior suggests. By the time they finally become a couple, viewers have watched, their friendship grow into genuine love. It's one of the reasons so many fans consider them one of Disney's strongest modern couples. Of course, we can't talk about Frozen Asterisk without mentioning Prince Hans. When he first appears, he seems like the perfect fairy tale prince. He's charming, polite, and immediately sweeps Anna off her feet. For much of the movie, audiences are led to believe he's exactly the kind of prince every Disney heroine dreams about. Then comes one of the biggest plot twists in Disney history. Hans reveals that his entire romance with Anna was nothing more than a carefully planned act. Instead of loving her, he only wanted the throne of Arendelle. Hans is believed to be around 23 years old, making him 5 years older than Anna. While that age difference isn't particularly unusual, it's his deception and manipulation that completely change how fans view him. Rather than becoming one of Disney's greatest princes, Hans ends up ranking among its most unforgettable villains. His betrayal also helped redefine Disney storytelling by proving that not every charming prince deserves a happily ever after. Now let's dive under the sea and take a look at Ariel and Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid Asterisk. Ariel is one of the few Disney princesses whose age is clearly stated in the movie. She proudly tells her father that she's 16 years old, making her one of Disney's youngest heroines. Prince Eric, meanwhile, is generally believed to be around 18 years old, leaving only a 2-year age difference between them. Although the age gap itself is fairly small, Ariel's story has become one of Disney's most debated romances for another reason. She gives up her voice, leaves her family, and risks everything for someone she has only briefly seen. As children, many viewers simply saw it as a magical love story. As adults, however, many fans interpret it differently, pointing out how impulsive Ariel's decision really was. Even so, Ariel and Eric remain one of Disney's most iconic couples, and their story continues to be beloved decades after the film's release. Next up are Tiana and Prince Naveen from The Princess and the Frog Asterisk. Their relationship is another example of a couple with a very small age difference. Tiana is believed to be around 19 years old, while Naveen is approximately 21, making them just 2 years apart. What makes their romance especially memorable is that it isn't built on love at first sight. In fact, when they first meet, the two couldn't be more different. Tiana is hardworking, ambitious, and focused entirely on achieving her dream of opening her own restaurant. Naveen, meanwhile, enjoys a carefree lifestyle and has little interest in responsibility. As they journey together after being transformed into frogs, both characters begin to change. Tiana learns that it's okay to slow down and enjoy life, while Naveen discovers the value of dedication and hard work. Their relationship grows naturally through shared experiences, making them one of Disney's most realistic and well-developed couples. Cinderella and Prince Charming also fall into the category of couples with relatively similar ages. Cinderella is commonly believed to be around 19 years old, while Prince Charming is estimated to be about 21. Although the original animated film doesn't spend much time exploring their relationship beyond the royal ball, the two are generally viewed as one of Disney's most traditional fairy tale romances. Their age difference is small, and compared to some of the other couples on this list, there's very little controversy surrounding their ages. Then we arrive at one of the most debated Disney couples of all time, Snow White and Prince Florian. Snow White has long been recognized as the youngest official Disney princess, with her age commonly listed as 14 years old. Prince Florian, however, has often been estimated by fans to be much older, with some discussions placing him at around 31 years old. It's important to point out that Disney has never officially confirmed Prince Florian's exact age in the film itself. Much of the discussion comes from older production materials and fan interpretations rather than direct statements from Disney. Even so, the rumored age difference has become one of the most frequently discussed topics in Disney fandom. Whether those estimates are accurate or not, they continue to spark conversations whenever fans rank Disney couples by age. Another surprising pair is Hercules and Megara. Hercules is generally believed to be around 18 years old during the events of the film, while Meg is often estimated to be approximately 28. That creates a 10-year age difference, with Meg being the older of the two. Unlike many Disney romances, Meg isn't immediately interested in falling in love. Her difficult past has made her cautious and emotionally guarded. Hercules, on the other hand, remains optimistic and determined to prove himself as a true hero. Over time, his kindness, Nesty and willingness to sacrifice everything for others gradually earn Meg's trust. Even though their age difference surprises many viewers, their emotional journey remains one of the strongest aspects of the film. Moving into Pixar territory, Ratatouille introduces us to Linguini and Colette. Linguini is generally believed to be around 19 years old, while Colette is estimated to be approximately 26. Their relationship develops while working together in one of Paris's busiest kitchens. Colette begins as Linguini's strict mentor, helping him survive the demanding world of fine dining. As they spend more time together, mutual respect slowly grows into romance. Although their age difference is noticeable, the film focuses much more on teamwork, ambition, and friendship than on the numbers themselves. Finally, we have Mulan and Li Shang. Their relationship begins under some very unusual circumstances. Mulan disguises herself as a man to take her father's place in the army, meaning Li Shang has no idea who she truly is when they first meet. Mulan is generally believed to be around 16 years old, while Li Shang is estimated to be about 19. Rather than falling in love immediately, their relationship develops through shared challenges, mutual respect, and trust earned on the battlefield. By the end of the story, Li Shang admires Mulan not because of appearances, but because of her bravery, intelligence, and willingness to sacrifice everything for her family and country. That slow development has helped make them one of Disney's most respected couples. As we've already seen, Disney couples vary dramatically in age. Some are separated by only 2 or 3 years, while others have much larger rumored age gaps that continue to surprise fans decades after the movies first premiered. And we're not finished yet. There are still several more iconic Disney couples whose ages might completely change the way you look at these classic fairy tales.